Good evening. Let some people jump on here. Let me know if you can hear me. There we go. Can you hear me? Say yes, Paul. Yes, okay, you can hear me. Let's let some people jump on here. Say hello if you're jumping on. Subscribe to the page if you haven't. Do me the solid, subscribe. I'll tell you how my day went. I went to work at 6:30 in the morning, and then I went to a Hell's Angels, what do we call it, yard sale at 11 after work. And then I went home and I cut all three properties, the lawns, weed whipped. I was done by 1:30. Then I was in the Detroit River by 2 on my jet ski, having a blast. And the wind was blowing towards the east. So I didn't get wet going to Lake St. Clair, but I knew damn well it was going to be choppy coming back, right? The waves were 5 feet tall, no word of a lie, 4 to 5 feet tall, the waves, and I was crashing it with my jet ski. I wish I could have filmed it. I would have lost my phone. That's how big the waves were. That's how my day went. Then I came home and I barbecued steaks. That's what happens when you're not an alcoholic or a drug addict. I got time to do whatever I want to do, right? And time to work. How do you like my Picasso on the back wall? Yeah, it was windy, windy, windy D, like no tomorrow. Bill Do Michelle, hello. Astra, hello. So we're gonna open up this chat. Rick had I don't know, my my take on it is this. I just want everybody to know it was me. It was me. I'm the one who hacked into Pornhub. I'm the one who hacked into the Pony Express. I'm the one who hacked into your sister's ass. Little paranoid. Little paranoid. Did you smell the smoke, Leo? So it's no news to me. Rick's been being watched for a very long time, probably since before I started watching. I came on at the Inquiry, okay, and he's been active before then, right? So it's no news to me. He's been watched by all the alphabet law enforcement agencies out there. Now the hackers, I don't know what to make of it. RV, whatever. Personally, I don't think he's a hacker. I don't think he's a threat. I think he just likes to stir the pot, and he gets off on it, right? Paranoia will destroy you. Yeah, we all been watched. You know what? I got a video. I'm gonna get it out there on Facebook. Anyways, as I was coming back in with my jet ski, there was 6 border agents on the dock, and they were bugging another jet ski. Apparently, he didn't have any numbers on his thing. But I came up to the dock about 15 feet away, and I told them, I put it on video. If you want me, you're gonna have to jump in here and go swimming, right? And the border agents, they laughed, right? And then the one border agent seen who I was. He goes, "Oh, you're that Leo guy." See, I do my smuggling before 6 a.m., so not at 6 p.m. There he is, Canada RV. Canada RV's over here under his name too. Were you in the show tonight, Canada RV? Yeah, so I thought it was pretty funny to harass the border security, and I said, "Oh, these are the guys protecting your border." But there was a guy with a jet ski with no numbers on his jet ski, and that sets off all the bells and whistles when you're on a border town, right? Especially boats with no numbers. But apparently the guy just bought his boat and he was taking or his jet ski and he was taking it out for a ride and he didn't know he needed numbers on it. Well, he found out in a hurry. He did. They didn't find him or anything. They let him go. Right, ran him through. No, you had your full. Say that again. You had your full take the other night, RV. I thought you were under you hijacked somebody's name. Who was it? You hijacked my name one night. You did Paul's name one night. PDS. Fun. Yeah. Till you're in my bank account. It's all fun and games. You don't see this chat? Well, I see what you're saying, D. Can you guys see the chat? Can you read the chat? You thought I would have bought that Sea-Doo, the one at the yard sale? You know what? He's a good friend of mine. I was stood up in his wedding, and he is a Hell's Angel. And I was at his wedding last year, and it was one of the fucking best weddings I've ever been to. I've been to a lot of weddings, but the way they spread it out with the lobster and the jumbo crab, colossal shrimp, it was just crazy. And that was just the appetizers, right? And I look over and I see a guy with this plate, and he's just dogging it. I said, "Man, you better slow down." He said, "Why?" I said, "Dinner's at 6." He goes, "Yeah, right. I'm fucking telling you." And they brought out the dinners, right? It was very classy, very classy. And that's the way he rolls, right? I've known him since we were little kids, and he might be a biker. I love him. I'd rather be in a room full of bikers personally than a room full of fucking coppers. That's me. That's the way I am, right? I don't get into their shit. They don't get into my shit. I work every day, right? But that jet ski that he did have. The actually was a Sea-Doo Bombardier, right? Very nice machine, 6,500. I know what's wrong with it, and it's not much. Basic. I know the mechanic that works on it too, right? So he wouldn't steer me wrong if I bought it. But I'm looking at another one that's a little bit newer, 2018, and it's just under 10 grand. I could get it for, right? So before I lay down 6,500 on a Sea-Doo, I might as well lay down 10 grand on something that I was on a couple weeks ago in the middle of the Detroit River filming and watching the Rick Walker show. That's what I was doing. So we got a few people on here, 13 people. It's going to take me a long time to build it up to Rick's. A long time. Hey Gary, how you doing, man? RV, can you guys see the chat in here? Pardon the truck driver lingo. Who's truck driver lingo? I think it's pretty funny. Yeah, I don't think it's funny. Rick's thinking he's being watched and everything else. Well, fuck, you have been. The hacking, I don't know much about that. Hack me, I don't give a fuck. Hack me, whack me, jack me, I don't give a shit. Period. I could get you across the border on one. You know what? And it's funny because I talked to the border agents today because I don't really know. I've been on the water 40 years. I'm 53 years old, and I don't really know the laws. So I asked them, how close can I get to the U.S. border without touching? They said, as long as you don't touch, throw anchor, or go on somebody's boat, you're allowed to go over there, right? You just can't, you could spit the shore. You just can't anchor. So, and that's what I thought it was the whole time, and that's why I'm always over there. And I've never had a problem, but I've never jumped off it. And I'm reading some of these chats here. It's not hacking. It's just knowledge. Well, hacking is going on, obviously. I really don't know nothing about that. I can hardly even use my damn cell phone. So I couldn't hack if I wanted to. And I wouldn't want to. You catch viruses out there also with your any sites that you go on, right? You got to be very careful. Very, very careful. So I don't open up links I don't know, especially on Facebook or on the internet. That's the Trojan horse to get into your shit, right? But being Rick and with media, Somebody sends him a link. Yes, he opens up the link, right? Oh, well, if he opens up the link, if somebody sends him a link, he don't know if it's a good link or bad link, right? You open up the bad link and you're fucked. Big time. So my day was good. How'd your days go? Tell me. Tell me how your days went. Should I do a call-in show? Linda Trier, hello. Lee Monte, what's happening? Canada RV's here. Oh, and there's my pit bull, Junior. Come here, Junior. Come here. Come here, Junior. Jump up on. I got the biggest sofa in the damn city, probably. Look at Junior. Oh man, you're raping me. The dog's raping me. Get out, Junior. Get out, crazy dog. So I had steak today, and this one here, he's a little piggy. Eh? He's a little piggy. I cut three pieces because I got a Rottweiler, a Shih Tzu, and a Pit Bull. So I cut three pieces of steak, and I hand one to the Shih Tzu, I hand one to the Pit Bull, and I go to hand one to the Rottweiler, and she was all over it. And I was like, "You little pig!" But it was a great meal, I'll tell you. I picked my beans fresh out of my garden. I have yellow wax beans, and they're ready. And the cauliflower, oh my God, fresh, not even a half hour old. I cooked the steaks. The wife prepared the greens and everything else. Right, it was on my plate, not even a half hour old, from my garden to my mouth. There's no taste like it. Hey, undercover. Is this the real undercover or is this the RV undercover? Don't take it so hard, undercover. He played me one night. He played Paul one night. He played you. He played a bunch of us. But as I'm going live, you can't play me. I took it personal a little bit. I got butt hurt. I got butt hurt for about 5 minutes, and I laughed. I said, "That's pretty funny shit. How's he doing that? I'd like to know, but he won't tell me." Where are you from, Lee Monty? Anasty, hello. DK, there you go. You made fish chowder, really. You know what? I don't care what kind of fish it is. Even catfish, channel cat, I've had it all. I've never eaten carp, bottom feeders. I'm not into that. But when it comes to food, man, and it comes to the sea, I'll eat it. You make it, I'll eat it. When the beans are done, start another batch. You'll get 2 seasons. Now, Linda, tell me something. If I pick the beans off, will more grow on that plant, or is it done? No, I don't smell smoke. All my windows are closed, and I got a brand new central air unit in my basement, maybe not even a year old. August will be a year old. So it's got the beautiful filter, and I don't smell nothing. You could have seafood for breakfast. You know what? Me too. Uh, the more crab, the more the colossal shrimp, colossal crab legs, lobster, oysters, clams. If it comes out of the sea, it's for me. It's all for me. See? Undercover. Hi, RB. Anasty, RV's here. Can you see the chats? And when my tomatoes, I got some huge cucumbers coming too, Anasty. When my tomatoes are done, I'll just throw some over the tracks to you and some cucumbers and shit. I'm going to have a shit ton of tomatoes. A shit ton. So, Linda Dreyer, answer that question. If I pick all my beans, will more grow back on that plant? You'll get a few more, but you have time for another season. You know what? Then I'm going to plant some. I'm going to find some beans. I have the seeds right now. I'm going to plant some because I want radishes and beans. I really love radishes and I really love beans. And I got these radishes out of my garden that were like, I buy radishes at the store. These things were 4 times the size of store market radishes. I went, they're like hydroponic, but they're not. I'm growing organic. Where's the fireworks? Did Vancouver have their fireworks yet? The what was it? The Bentley and Hedges fireworks display, I think it is in Vancouver. I've seen a few times. Well, Paul, your tomatoes are ready already? Bullshit. Did you get the early girls or eggplant? My cauliflower, my broccoli start now. I got heads on it like that on the broccoli. Yeah, everything else is popping off good. I got green peppers, yellow peppers, jalapeno peppers, chili peppers. All those are showing nice right now too. Uh, my spinach is massive. My lettuce is massive, and I just pick a little bit off when I need it, right? But it's going to grow all season too. They're like cherries. Yeah, I got tomatoes that are the beefsteak tomatoes that are almost the size. They're not coloring up yet. I'm going to hit them with some calcium nitrate in the next couple of days. We've been getting lots of rain here, so I don't want to put any water down on it. But the next watering is going to be with the calcium nitrate, and that's just going to blow the tops right off those tomatoes. I'm not into parsley. Don't get me wrong. I like parsley. I like herbs, but I didn't plant any this year. I've never planted them before. I've never had a garden before, so next year I'll have a bigger garden. Yeah, beans. The beans are really nice. I never got one bad bean on the plant. Really nice. I like beans. I like all beans. I like lava beans. And how do you say it? Silence of the Lambs. Lava beans. Lava beans and Chianti. That's what it was. Lava beans and Chianti. Wacky. Yeah, I got a mental illness. Lava beans and Chianti. Yummy. I like all beans. The wife made me some, what was it, salsa. It had beans, had lava beans actually, corn, uh, green beans, and it was like pickled in a hot sauce. And we used that in her, what was it, fajitas the other night. She had, instead of Taco Tuesday, it was Fajita Tuesday. When I got home from work, I was like, wow. One more, Mel. I got garlic. So we got lava beans, Chianti, and garlic. That's pretty funny. So if you're just getting on right now, I just want everybody to know it was me. I'm the fucking guy. It was me. I'm the guy who shut down Pornhub. I'm the guy who shut down the Pony Express. I'm the guy who shut down your sister's ass. It was me, and I don't care what you think. So if you're just catching it, you're catching it now. The hackers, the whackers, and the carjackers—they're all out there. Just stop it. So gross. Lucky I'm not picking my nose on here live. That might go viral. It's nice to have no kids in my house. Got my son in the basement, his own basement apartment, because I could smoke. So I do it like hickory dickory dock. No, 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 no. Pick your nose. We all do. No. No, no, no. Nose. No, no, no. Some things I just won't do online. Pick my nose and have sex. Just won't happen. You'll never see it online, not by me. Guys, mind if I smoke? I went half the day without a cigarette. I was on the water, and it's pretty tough to smoke on the water when you got 5 foot waves crashing into you. But that's my only vice in life is smoking. I seldom smoke weed. The mushrooms twice a year, for sure on New Year's Eve. That's a given. Twice a year for the mushrooms. Beer, maybe 2 4 a beer per year. That's no lie. Open the windows so they're open. I get. I'm the only house on. I'm probably the only house on the street with bulletproof glass. And there's a story behind that. I was at the. A friend of mine had a contract. His company, big company, with the Canada Border Services in the RCMP building that they built. Okay, and he works for a big glass company. So they ordered in the glass, and it's tinted, bulletproof glass. Okay, and at the end of the job, they had a bunch of glass left over, 4 by 8 sheet panes. And I told him I wanted new glass in my house, right? He said, well, we could do this. We could take out all the storm windows that were in, and they cut the holes, okay, and they put in this bulletproof glass, which is pretty funny. But that's true. I got bulletproof glass. And after I put the bulletproof glass in, maybe 2 months later, at the corner where the car wash is, there was a house there. It was a crack house or something. Somebody got shot. I'm not live. Do as I wish. What do you mean I'm not live? This is live, isn't it? But that's a true story about the bulletproof glass. So it was a hell of a lot cheaper because they got the glass at the end of the job. So it was came out to $10,000 for new windows. He said I could put the bulletproof glass in for $3,000 and cap it all and everything, right? So that's what I did. That's what they did. I missed the post. Lee Monty, why is Rick surprised about all? He seemed upset. Although I missed the first 30 minutes. Yeah, he's upset because he thinks he's being infiltrated. Maybe he is. I don't know. I can't comment on it. I'm not in his position. He thinks he's being hacked, jacked, and whacked all at the same time, right? So, yeah, mouth needs glasses. Look at them eyes. Nah, I'm getting old. Look at the gray. Supersize the front mouth. How do you do that, D? Are you going to hack me and take over my phone? Bulletproof glasses. There's a good one. In case I wind up like Bugsy Siegel. He got shot in the eye. Hi, son. How are you? What's going on down there? Got any chickens downstairs? Come on, man. You're 18 years old. Own apartment. If I was 18 years old with my own apartment in my dad's house, with the dad that really don't give a shit as long as you don't do crime and you abide by the laws of the land, and it'd be murder and mayhem down there. Sent people's parcels to the wrong postal code. You did that as a postmaster. That's bad, D. You'd go to jail for that, knowingly. It was a mistake, though, right? Don't fuck with the mail. I know in the United States they give a handout they hand out what do we say, sports number sentences. And if you're in the NBA, it could be 109 years. If you're in the NFL, it could be 21, 35, 52. Big numbers in the U.S. They don't mess around with the mail service. So back to the bulletproof glasses. Do they make them? Because I'd hate to get shot in the eye. We got 16 on. Look out. Where's Lori? Lori don't want to become a fan? But as for Rick, you know what? I feel sorry for him. Here's a guy who puts in, fuck, two, let's say, is an hour at the least, okay, to 3 hours per night, every night, into his program. I couldn't imagine doing that. Even if I had the following on, I do have a great following on Facebook, but if I had the following, I don't know. I couldn't see it. I couldn't do it. Up yours. Up where? Let's see. Let's read some of these comments on here. Oh, then. PDS, that's why I've never gotten my Warder's D. Up yours. Probably, yeah. It's probably why I was missing probably 50 pounds of weed in fuck night 2000 and, when was it, 2008, 2007. People like D at the post office taking my shit. That's when I stopped going through the mail. I was fucking losing my shirt. You only see two lines of that. So to everyone at that's three. Yeah, I need some glasses, man. Really, I do. They mandate fun of me, or they made fun of me, PDS, with my Dollarama glasses. They said, sexy. Loren, look, ew. Ew. Glasses are sexy on some people. I don't think anything's going to make me sexy. Glasses. Maybe a couple black eyes might make me sexy. Linda Dreyer. Come on down. You're the next contestant on the Mouth of the South. Sasha, who's that? That's funny. Hello, everyone. Why, hello, Sasha. Hello. D, would you like some lava beans with Chianti? Yummy. So did you get that, Anasty? When my tomatoes and cucumbers are all done, I'm just going to throw some at your house from my house because that's how close you are. Gross. I'll throw them over the tracks. So back to some news, local news anyways. If you don't know where I am, I'm in the asshole of Canada. Windsor. You can't really. The most southern point in Canada is not far from us. That'd be Pelee Island. That's about 20 minutes away. So some guy fell off the Ambassador Bridge. Now, if you don't know what the Ambassador Bridge is, it's sort of like the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. He was a worker. He got hit in the head with something, an object, and he got chucked over the fucking bridge at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Tuesday. And it was Wednesday. I took the day off of work, and I was going to go jet skiing at 3:30, and where I launch is very close to the bridge. I would have been all over that shit, right? And he lived. Thank God for him. We are now north of the 49th parallel. Well, technically, we're north of Detroit, believe it or not. We're north of Chicago. I don't know how that figures out on the damn compass. right? So we're south. Yeah, we're south of Detroit. We're South Detroit. I don't know how that figures out. You are the bonus hole. Yeah, we. This is a big shithole here sometimes. Had a shooting the other night. The Annecy, did you hear about that? Out front of Silver Strip Club. It was a crazy night, and I was at work. I missed it all. I worked till it was Friday night, and they did catch the perpetrator the next morning, and they got the guy who got shot. He had a hole in his leg. It was easy to figure out. You read about that story? Where are you from, Sasha? Is it Sasha or Sophia? Or did I say it right, Sasha? I could hardly see anymore. That's why when I hit the shores of Detroit and they pick me up and go, "You're in Michigan." Like I didn't know where I was going. I can't see, officer. Yeah, so he fell off the bridge. Dude, get some glasses. Dudette. Dudette. Could I call you Dudette? That's how they say it on the West Coast. The Valley Girls. Gag me with a spoon. Dudette. That's the West Coast slang. Everybody bump up the front. Sounds like a rap. Everyone bump up the front. Bump off the front. Bump off the front. Bump off the front. Dance, dance. Yeah, I need glasses. I can't see. Some days I can. I think it might be diabetes. I just haven't been to the doctors in 15 years, so I wouldn't know. But I see fine in the morning. I see fine in the afternoon, but around 8 o'clock at night till 2 in the morning at work, I can't see. I think it's all the sugar I eat. Gucci's in the house. Gucci's. Oh, Tracy Lapman's in the house. Hey, Diane Oakley's in the house. Oh, we got 17 people in here. I'm going viral. I'm a virus. Sasha, yes. You pronounced it properly. You're from London, Ontario? Yeah, so you would catch that in the news in London, Ontario, of a man falling over the Bassett Bridge. And he lived to tell the story. And it was weird because I seen a live video from somebody on the Detroit side, and it was a woman and her kid said, some guy just fell over the bridge, and the people in the boat said, where? There he is, he's floating. They went out and they rescued him, right? So he got lucky that somebody was there that seen him. Because I know for a fact, and I know that channel very well, because I'm in that channel a lot, the most dangerous part of the Detroit River is right under that bridge. It's taken many lives, and it's going to take a lot more. You just don't swim around there, and you don't want to get caught in that area. Bad. He was extremely fortunate. And here's another story. He was a worker on a scaffold, right? When was it? 2003, I think it was. Scaffold workers, and you tie off your scaffold. Well, the scaffold broke, and it went down into the river. And a buddy of mine was working on it. He was dangling on the bridge, so they got him off the thing, right? But uh, I think 3 people perished. They were still stuck to the scaffold uh, when they brought it up a week later, right? Yeah, 10 likes. Smash it, smash it, smash it, smash Turdo's head. Yeah, there's, you remember that, Anasty? Were you in Windsor? And they perished, right? The workers, they were stuck, their harnesses, they were tied off properly, right? Something happened with the rigging on the scaffold. And Joe Mallon there, was it Joe Mallon? One of the Mallons I grew up with back in the day. He was a painter on the bridge, and his line held up, but he was dangling for his life. One of your friend's dads? Yeah, sad, man. Who, Joe Mallon, or the guy who perished? No way to go down. How are the kids? They're all grown up. I don't see them as much as I should. I see them at dinner time on Sundays, but they're all good. 'Cause I'm always doing steak Sundays and shit, right? So like, they know what time it is. And I like to have my whole family around on Sundays. just to talk about the weekly current events in their lives, what's going on, how's their boyfriends doing, and I feed their boyfriends too. But my one daughter lives right next door to me. I took her down to they called it the Windsor Food Fest. And I got down there, it was all East Indians. Every damn venue was East Indians. Not that I'm knocking East Indians, don't get me wrong, okay? But if you're going to have a festival, call it what it is. Call it the East Indian Festival. You'll get a lot more people down there. I knew what I was getting myself into when I went down there because I'm the type of guy that likes curry beef or curry chicken, tandoori chicken, shit like that, right? The mimosas or samosas. Mimosa's a drink, right? Yeah. Okay, samosa. I like that kind of food, right? Was it expensive? It wasn't. It was actually $10 a meal. So for $10, you can't beat that. And the food was, they're letting anybody try the food. I was walking around from venue to venue. Can I try your curry chicken? And I finally found the place. It was called Indian Swad that had the curry chicken, the best curry chicken that I've tried. And I ended up buying some of that, right? But call it what it is. Don't lie. Don't say, oh, the Windsor Food Fest. Call it the East Indian Fest. You'll get everybody down there. What about the machete attack? Lee, where are you from, man? How'd you know about the machete attack? How much do I sell weed for, Grandpa? I give the shit away for fucking free. Read the newspapers. That's a great question. C.J. Johnson, whoever you are, I like you. That's funny. That's great. Lee Monty, you're in where? Kitsilano or St. Kitts? Some island? I'm the best guy on YouTube. Yeah, I'm the guy who gave away $1 million worth of weed, and I got fuck all to show for it. But you know what? I did the right thing. I helped out a lot of people in the end, and I wish I could still be doing it today, right? But like I stated before, it's unlawful to feed the wildlife, and that meaning the poor. It pisses a lot of people off in politics at all levels. All right, so I did that. Yeah, I'm not embarrassed by what I did, and I'd fucking do it again. Especially when I look outside and I see the people that are hungry. I'm sure the city would like it, but I'm not going to push anything until I'm not going to push anything till the my charges are dealt with. This next set of charges. Till then, but I will have the 420 festival. Hopefully, everything's all dealt with by April 20th next year because everybody's been pushing me. When are you doing the 420 again? I'm the only guy in the city that's got the balls to put a 420 on and draw the permits and do everything the right way. And I'm gonna. Better to be good than bad. Tracy, do you remember when I was bad? I do. And it wasn't very long ago, 20, 25 years ago. I was one bad motherfucker. I couldn't go anywhere without fist fighting. Going to Windsor weekend? I'm not. I'm not staying away from Grand Bend. I'm taking vacation because I really want to quit my job. But today, by being alone on an island all by myself, I got to have a little bit of self-reflection for a minute, right? With no anybody bugging me. Well, you remember when I was bad, Tracy? You remember when I was in my 20s? I didn't fuck around, and everybody in the neighborhood knew it. If I wanted something, I would take it. I wasn't that bad, but yeah, Tracy knows. Absolutely the truth. You know, when you grow up amongst what do we say, jackals and thieves and everything else, you become a part of the environment yourself, right? And I never let anybody fuck with me or fuck with my friends. Tracy was one of them. And her friend I used to date, she was one of them too. Nobody fucked with this. No matter what bar we went to. Yeah, it's pretty funny when you win the Detroit Golden Gloves and everything else. And I'm an outstanding fighter at the time. Uh, Everybody in town knew who I was, so I used to laugh. Some people had death wishes. You never been to Windsor Weekend? You want to go? Well, I'll tell you what, it's all fun and games up in Grand Bend for Windsor Weekend. I rented a cottage there a couple years ago with my kids, and yeah, it's the racetrack's perfect if you're into racing. You've never been to Windsor Weekend? You want to go too? Yeah, I always had your back. Golden Gloves champion, I was. True Tracy. You know what? I hated bullies. I really did. I hated them. I really got off on fucking punching bullies out. The bigger the bully, the more I would show you who's the man, right? Even I was that way in high school. You know, at 15, 16 years old, I won the Ontario Championships, and I would never ever let somebody pick on the weak. I hated it. I fucking hated it. I'd be in the courtyard and see the high school bullies picking on the weak, and I'm like, fuck that. I'll break your face. I'll probably get banned for YouTube for saying stuff like that. Yeah, even my kids, they know, and it's pretty funny. It carries on. My daughters, you know, they're dating boys, obviously, which is a good thing. Uh, but their boyfriends, their parents are like, "Oh, you're dating her? Just be careful of her dad, right?" So the warning goes out. And she had one boyfriend when I had my bar downtown, and she came in. She was crying one night. I said, "What's her?" His name was Paulo, Italian kid, and I knew the mom, and I know the dad. His dad was living in Vancouver. Paulo hit me. I said, "Oh yeah, where is he?" And he came into my place, and he ran out to his car, and there was four guys in his car. Well, I choked Paulo through the window, right? And the one kid was going, "I'm gonna get out." And he went to get out. I fuck smashed him. And where I was only the bar was only a block and a half from the police station, and the cops are watching it all go down, right? And next day, I get a call from his mother. "You hit my son." I said, "Wait a second. Your son hit my daughter, and he's lucky. That's all he got was a choke out, right? So don't fuck with my kids." Betty Zoom, St. Catharines is in the house. That's how it should be. Exactly. I don't hit women. I don't hit kids. Hit my son once when he threw his buddy off the boat that couldn't swim, and I gave him a smack. That was the only time, and never done it again. My daughters, man, oh man, you know, they grew up in a household where it was all, what would we say, womanizing. It was. I got six boys. There's five. I got five brothers, and then finally my dad had a daughter. But there was a lot of womanizing going on, right? And this is how I know there's a God. He gave me two girls. He gave me two girls, and then the boy. So all the womanizing stopped. It stopped when I had little girls, right? Yeah, don't mess with the kids, man. What's the slogan they're using? Protect the kids. That's what I say too. Protect, protect all kids, not just my own, right? I see a kid in distress. I see a dog in distress. I see a cat in distress. You know, I help. So imagine what I'll do if I see a kid or a woman in distress. You got to be very careful, especially getting into people's beefs. I'm gonna. Where was I? Tim Hortons down by Dougal. I'm driving by and see this guy hit his girlfriend or whatever, right? And I'm like, fuck, I'm just going to keep driving. And my wife said, "You can't just keep driving." I said, "Yeah, you're right." So I did a U turn and I jump out of the car and I hammer the fuck out of Buddy. Right. Next thing you know, I'm getting fucking nails in the back of my neck, and I got this crazy girl on my back. So I fling her off. So what the fuck's wrong with you? Right. That's my man. I'm going. Oh my god. It's jumped in the vehicle. My wife's laughing. I said, I told you I should never get involved in people's shit, even though I was doing the right thing. Right. See, Betty Zoom, RV. Hello, friend. Lee Monty. I got into it with my dad once. Didn't end pretty for me, or didn't end pretty for you. Yeah, yeah. My dad was a tough guy. No, you railroads in the house. Yeah, we haven't heard from railroad in a while. In RV. Here's a story about my dad. He would come home and drink every fucking day, and he'd say, "You want to see a tough guy?" He would take a glass, the beer glass he's drinking, and he would bite it like a fucking apple, and he would chew it, and blood would come out of his mouth like Gene Simmons from Kiss. And then one day I was like, Dad, fuck, he said, that's a tough guy. I said, that's a fucking you're a psychopath. You're not tough, man. Like, who would do that shit? Railroad. Railroad's in the house. Are you happy you get to see us now, Railroad? You haven't been on the Rick Walker show. We haven't seen you. You dated a guy that did that? It didn't last long. Well, fuck, I bet. How can you kiss a guy like that? He just ate a chunk of glass. But my dad would say he would eat glass and shit sand, right? So I don't know. I've never tried that. I never emulated my dad whatsoever. Good thing. Gucci. Yeah, some people, I don't know, man. They think it's cool to be a psychopath. I figured it out. It's a lot easier to keep people in fear than it is to make people love you, right? So, mob tactics. That's the bully. Undercover. A new girl wants that open beer with her teeth. Well, well, well. The kids and I will be at Windsor weekend. If you go, we'll see you there. You might see me there because I got 2 weeks. Like I said, I was ready to quit my job and everything else, but I'm going to take 2 weeks vacation. I told my boss I'm going to think about it. It's a tough one. And the funny thing is, at 2:30 in the morning Friday, I was at work. I get a FaceTime, and it was the general manager of Integrity. Integrity is the second largest tool shop in North America besides us. And it was the general manager, Lee. And he's like, hey, and that's his name, Lee, not Lee Monty. Okay, Lee Nixon is his name. And Leo, I hear you're looking for work. And I said, fuck, word travels pretty fast, right? And he knows, I know what I'm doing, right? And he's like, fuck, if you want a job, I got you a job in a heartbeat. I said, yeah, I know half the city does. So I wouldn't go long without work if that was the case, right? But I do like where I'm at. I just don't like the direction the company's going, right? I just got to get that out of my head. Didn't have fast Gucci. I hope she didn't have faster teeth. So I'm reading some of the comments here. What puts Leo live tonight? No Rick show. Yeah, no, Rick ended early. RB. He's worried about people. What do we say? Hacking his shit. So he knows more about what's going on with this thing. Me, I could care less if I get hacked or not. You could hack, whack, bushwhack, jack. I don't give a shit what you want to do to me. I say it the way it is. That's just the way it is for me. And I say it on the show too. And I mean what I say. And I really meant what I said. If the fucking government comes after my children to put a weapon in their hands and send them off to the war pigs, meat grinders of the Ukraine, you better bring some body bags with you because you're going to be missing a lot of good fellas. That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee. I've lived a good life. I'm 53. If I died tomorrow, I just want everybody to know, hey, I lived a good life. I lived a great life. Gay pride. Merry Christmas. Whatever. Whatever rocks your boat there, Byro. I ain't against gays. I'm against the shit that they're teaching in schools, but I'm not against gays. That's your lifestyle. That's the way you want to roll. That's up to you, man. It's not for me, but I really don't give a shit what other people do. You know, Commie Zelensky, imagine that, eh? Conscripting our children to go to a war in the Ukraine to fight Mother Russia. Is that psychotic or what? I think it's crazy. Everybody like this, okay? Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I'll come on from time to time. You'll see the shit. You just don't want to know how you swing? Uh, well, in my youth, I used to like two women on one guy, and that was me, but that's the way I swung. That's as far as that shit went. But that was me, right? Does that make me gay because I like two women on me at the same time? I don't know about that, but now I just got one good one. That's all I need. It would be nice to have a window to mouse version of things without having to go through Maverick Media to see or hear it. Well, thanks, Railroad. I'm here. You're not on my Facebook, obviously, right? I got a lot of traction on Facebook. I did a video today of a fucking yard sale. And there's 2,000 people that have viewed it already, right? So I got a good following on Facebook. I know a lot of people don't like Facebook, but that's all I really know, right? I'm not into the Twitter. I'm not into the what do we say? Even YouTube, the Rumble. I'm not on Rumble. I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on the Pony Express. I'm not on your sister's ass. I just do the YouTube and the Facebook. Yeah, you don't do Facebook. I know a lot of people don't. You got to run. Night, y'all. Night DK. Yeah, Rick's still on Rumble. It's weird, Sasha, to sign up to Rumble. I had issues with it, shit, for maybe a month, and then finally, I figured it out. That's how computer illiterate I am. Like if he went, Anasty gave me the Rumble link tonight, but if I do it from my phone, I can't chat in the Rumble link. But if I do it at work, okay, where I signed up to it on my work computer, I could chat. It's weird. Yes, get some sleep, D. Let's see. What is it? 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock here. It's 6 o'clock in Vancouver, and D's going to sleep. Do I like Rumble? I really do. I like the chat because I could blow up the font, I could read it, I could see it, I could spell better. Where YouTube, I can't see it, right? I'm just typing shit, and three-quarters of the shit don't even make sense that I type in for chat. So yes, I do like Rumble better for that reason. Oh, plus you can rant out too, right? You can send money that way. YouTube is banned, so you can't do it that way. Leo, you have to log into your browser to the chat to Rumble on your phone. I do. I tried it. I got it. I think I forgot the password, D or Anasty. That's why. Rumble's too hard to find things. Yeah, they got to get better at what they're doing. RV for sure. But I think Rumble's going to be bigger than YouTube for on the free speech platform. So I think 100%. Yeah, too many accounts online at all. Yeah, I hear you there, Sasha. Yeah, the less things you have online, the less it is you'll be infiltrated, right? Obviously, if you don't have a phone, you don't have nothing. You'll never be infiltrated. If you don't use a computer, you'll never be infiltrated. Roll up, Leo. Roll up. I'm getting old, eh, Tracy? Or do I look the same as I did when I was 20, 25? Would you notice me if I was walking down the street? So we got Rise COVID Warrior 77. Light up. PDS. You find Rumble easy. It took me a minute to figure Rumble out, but yeah, it is a lot easier, man. Like I said, you could blow up the font just by doing this with your fingers, like you would on blowing up a picture on your cell phone, right? Betty Zoom, bounty hunters not allowed in Canada. Uh, that's true. That's true. It's illegal to have bounty hunters in Canada. That's only an America thing. But there's a couple bounty hunters that got arrested here in Canada for coming over and making an arrest on somebody, and they couldn't get them back, so they threw them in the trunk, and they got caught at the border on the Canadian side. He said hit to Leo the other day, but it wasn't him. He said hi. Yeah, there's another Leo out there on Rick's thing. It ain't me. I go by Mouth of the South on her. I look the same. God's been good. God's been good to me then if I look the same as I did 25 years ago. You'd recognize me? I'm fat now. I'm 208 pounds. When we were hanging out, I think I was 165. Cut and ripped. Now, I ain't ripped and I ain't cut. That's for sure. That's what happens when you get older, I guess. And life is good. You knew it right away. Rise. Cool. So we got 16 people tuning in. Pretty good. So what's everybody think of Rick in tonight, his show? If you caught the show. You think he's paranoid? The whining dog. That's your baby? Yeah, my baby's a Rottweiler, a Pit Bull, and a Shih Tzu. Actually, the Pit Bull's the baby out of the three. And I really like this dog. I've never liked male dogs before because they're hyper, and this dog is hyper, but the dog sleeps with me every night, and it don't freak out to go outside or anything, right? So sleeps all the way through the night till I wake up and take him outside. Rick's too fearful. Yeah, you don't watch Rick. You know my opinion. That's too bad, RB, because there's a lot of people out there that that like you, man. They love you. And when somebody goes missing, like Johnny, remember calling Johnny? Okay, he went missing from the. It's been months, right? Everybody's like inquiring, where's he at? Where's RB at? Where's Dragon? Dragon's gone missing, right? So we know where Dragon is. I hear Johnny's all right, and it's good to see RB still alive. Well, it takes its toll, Anasty, with what Rick does day in, day out. He's supposed to be retired, enjoying life. Okay, here he's trying to tap into the podcasting shit, right? And the time it takes for him, I'm telling you, I've chatted with Rick at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, because I'm still at work, right? So, and Rick's up doing his shit right at 5 in the morning, and I'm like, wow. And he gets everything prepared for the 6 o'clock show, and he goes on from 6 till 9 till 10. You know what I mean? It's like day in, day out. That don't sound like retirement to me. You seen Dragon on Rebel? Maybe Rick needs a vacation. Maybe he thinks if he takes a vacation, the people won't come back after his vacation. But I already told Rick I wouldn't worry about that. You know, look at the people. I haven't been on here in months. On a YouTube live, people are still here. The same amount of people too as when I left. Yeah, he needs a vacation, man. Maybe the Windsor weekend. He likes cars. He likes races. He likes the drag races. They have all that shit there. What what do you think of the black refugees stepping on cardboard because they never no places to or sleeping on cardboard because they have no places to stay? It's not just black people, man. A lot of people sleeping in cardboard boxes. That's just the economy, right? People coming here, and we're talking about it, especially down at the that festival down at the riverfront. You know, people come here to Canada thinking it's a better way, better life, and being refugees or whatever, they get here and it's like they don't even have enough money to for food, never mind shelter, right? And it's just a big burden on them, right? They're probably thinking, why in the hell when I go home? But you'll see a lot of them. If we're dragged into a war with the Ukraine, you'll see a lot of these people that are rocks and road crossers, this and that, going, get the hell out, because they're not going to war. They're not stupid. They're going to go home. So it might be a good thing if you don't like immigration. What? Facebook's also trafficking noon quits. I know nothing about that. I just do my thing on Facebook and get off. You hope he takes a well-deserved vacation, Sasha. Me too. I really do. How's London? I used to stay at that motel with the indoor swimming pool. It was like a resort. What's the name of that place? You don't mind immigration, but the new Fs are terror. Yeah, they could be. You never know. Why immigrate to a place where an apple is $2.50 or an orange is $3, or the peach is $2, and the tomato is $3? Why would you want to immigrate to a place like that when you're only going to make what? If you're even lucky to get hired. Oh, Rick? Yeah, he needs some time off, maybe. Rick's like watching a train wreck. He needs a break before he breaks down. Well, he needs to take it in stride. Take it for what it is. You're going to have your watchers out there, and the topics that he's talking about, and the guests that he has on his show. You got some big names out there. When you got Dimitri uh, and what's his face Ritter. Okay, guys like that on there. Everybody's watching them. So you bring guys on the show, they're gonna be watching your show too. and all the content, right? So I'm not saying don't bring those guys on the show. Bring them on. Be open. Be transparent as the glass in your house. People could see in. When I had my store, my pot store, people said, "Oh, you should block out the windows, this and that." I said, "Why? You want to look in the windows. I don't give a shit, right?" I didn't block out my windows, and the media asked me, "Why aren't your windows blocked out?" That's because I want to be transparent. People want to ask questions, what's going on in there? Just look. How's that sound? No monkey business. Cannabis is legal. Well, it's not legal for you to sell it. Well, we're going to find out. How's that sound? And they were right. It wasn't legal. But after all that, whatever. Got a $4,000 fine. Big deal. Next set of charges, who knows? Who cares? Maybe I'll need a GoFundMe to pay for my lawyer. She keeps eating up all my money. Got to be able to handle the heat. You got to, you know what? And I have people, it's pretty crazy people. Okay, say, Leo, you got big balls. You got big balls. I said, how do you figure? Because you're just pushing the bill. You know what? You have to with government. Okay. Now, when the media came to me and said, "Is it legal what you're doing?" I said, "I don't know. Ask the chief of police." They asked the chief of police. The chief of police says, "Well, the laws are changing so fast, we don't know where it's going." Well, if the chief of police can't answer if it's legal or not, how the hell can I? I don't know. When they legalized it, they came out with 1,800 pages of legislation. So that tells you something. And the removing of all the videos, yeah. So we couldn't even prove to others that the interviews went down. Disregarded how serious some of us were taking the research. Yeah, you know what? I don't let anybody make up my mind and all that. Tucker Carlson or Rick Walker or any of them. Anybody, okay? I take the information and I make up my own damn mind on how I take in that information, right? I keep positive on what I see and what I hear. Don't let anybody that says you got to do this, you got to do that, you're a communist bastard. Right? I don't let anybody. I'm telling you, and I've been that way my whole life. Maybe that's why I got into a lot of trouble, right? Because you know, especially direction of the police or direction of the government. You know, tell me what to do, man. I know what's right. I know what's wrong. I shall not murder is one of them. I shall not steal. That's another one. Uh, what else? What are the Ten Commandments? So much I know about the Bible, right? I don't hurt others. They call us liars. That hurt. Yeah, they could call me whatever they want. At the end of the day, I know who I am, right? And they did. Yeah, they did. They did. Betty Zoom. They called us liars. Called us racist. Yeah, I'm racist. I went down to the East Indian Festival at the river because I'm so racist, right? Yep. Lust, greed, and pride. And they actually, it wasn't us, okay, that spoiled it for the Pride Parade and all that shit. Okay, that was the government. They divided. Now, like I said, I could care less what another man does with another man. You know, I could care less, really. That's your prerogative, not mine. For them to say, "Oh, we're a bunch of," well, yeah, misogynists. There's a beautiful word, misogynist, rapists, terrorists, oh, racists. They called us. They said it all, man. They're trying to get, everybody right in the same under the same umbrella. You like Chinese food? There you go. So you buy Chinese food, you're supporting Chinese. You're not racist against Chinese, anyways. If you're a racist against Chinese, you wouldn't be eating their food. You can't tell us fish died lies to himself. Told him to go. Yep, yep, yep. True. The, Gay is one thing, pedophilia is another, by far. But they want to try and say, a lot of people, if you're gay, you're a pedophile, you're a pedo. No, not true. That's why I cross the line with religion, right? I know there's a lot of people out there that are religious, this and that, but I believe in God, my understanding. Okay, and I'm a little bit spiritual at times, but when it comes to the Catholic Church, uh-uh, not my cup of tea. Okay, I'd never ever, you know, let my kids around Jehovah Witnesses or drag queens, Jehovah Witnesses, the Catholic Church, even the Christianity. I never let them around it. Seven deadly sins: lust, pride, greed, sloth, wrath, gluttony, greed. What's gluttony mean? Is that like gluten free? Oh, titles are everywhere, man. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Everybody's looking for a pedo. It's the guy in the park with the trench coat talking to little kids. No, no, no. You seldom see that guy. There's police that are pedos. There's judges. There's politicians. There's lawyers. The elite, the ones that are supposed to be doing good for your kids, right? Gluttony. Eat too much. Oh, so it's close. Gluten free. That's your rant on Rick. Yeah, so I don't buy what the government's trying to sell, and that's what it is. They're all just salesmen. They always have been. They're always trying to sell you something. Gluten-free beer, none of that for me. Lost of the called elites, eh, Leo? Lots of the so-called elites. There's lots. The tip of the iceberg, you wouldn't have a clue. I watch a lot of shit on YouTube and shit, right? And judges, politicians, cops, lawyers, all caught in these child luring cases. And these are the people that the higher class that you're supposed to bestow and trust. Glue, glue. You can really just drink one gluten beer. I wouldn't say no. I tried tofu. I might go on a fucking YouTube live and eat crickets. They're done right. I wouldn't make that my meal, but I wouldn't say no. I'll try it. I'll try everything once. It's like Mikey likes it. You never know till you like it or till you try it. Mikey likes it. Remember that cereal? Life. Life cereal. 100%. It's a war on our kids. Steak for me. I had a beautiful steak dinner tonight. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Fresh cauliflower out of my garden and wax beans out of my garden. They weren't even 45 minutes picked, and they were on my table next to my steak. Did I like tofu? No, that's a good question. I'll still eat tofu. If it's cooked, if I go to a Chinese restaurant and they have that hot and soupy or hot and spicy soup, that's got tofu in it, right? So yeah, but you'll never see me go out and buy tofu at the market and cook it or do whatever you do with it because I don't know what you do with it. But that hot and spicy soup at the Chinese restaurant, it's got tofu in it and tastes it's like fat. It's supposed to be good for you. Who knows? I don't think it is. Not for you. No tofu for you. You never try tofu. Yeah, you could buy it. I see it in these on the in the supermarkets. I've never bought it, but the Chinese eat a lot of it, right? So try it out. You never know. Just take a bite. I don't know what your palate's like, but mine, I eat everything. I mean everything. I never say no. You don't like anything that's too healthy? Well, if you see my garden, Gucci, I don't know. I like tomatoes. This is how I make my Greek salad. Tomatoes, red onion, cucumbers, feta cheese, green pepper, yellow pepper, red pepper, and that's it. No lettuce. With the Greek salad dressing, and you can't beat it. It's a meal on its own. And I make a pot. I make a pot that I could feed the whole damn neighborhood with if I wanted to. And I put it in the fridge, and I could eat it all week long, man. It don't get soggy. Yeah, don't knock it if you never tried it. Like I said, I'll do a YouTube live if I could eating them crickets. Send me them. I'll eat them. When when I was a reservist back in the day, I went on this war game thing or whatever it was. Not war game, survival course up in Meaford, Ontario, outside Owen Sound, and it was 3 weeks in the bush, and you get minimal. And you got to go out and hunt. I ate a porcupine. I would have ate. I was so hungry I would have ate a skunk. Right? I was eating grubs, crickets, grasshoppers, whatever I could find. Man, I was eating it. I passed the course, by the way. I think I went in at 145 pounds. I came out 210. I was eating something. No, I didn't come out 210. Came around the same. But I was eating it all, fishing, whatever. Right? I stabbed the porcupine in the head with with my knife. Right? And my buddy's like, "Holy shit! What do you do with that?" We plucked all those quills out of that thing. It was brutal, brutal, brutal. It wasn't very nice tasting. Crickets have parasites. RV, everything has a parasite. Everything. That's why I'm growing my own food. I'm sick and tired of, you know, buying greenhouse tomatoes and greenhouse cucumbers and greenhouse peppers. Just sick of it. You want to see parasites. Oh, I cooked everything, by the way, in the bush, RV. I didn't eat nothing raw. Cooked it all. Like I said, I was so hungry I would have ate a skunk if you could have cut the ass out of it. Oh, exactly. It's like mushrooms, right? Rick worries too much about his garbage. Well, who knows what's going on his end? Truly, who knows? His system's set up like the CIA headquarters. Me, I'm just on a phone right now. So who knows, right? Gucci, gross. No, I'm telling you, I ate snake. I ate snake. I ate a turtle. I ate a big snapping turtle one time, and never ate skunk. Me either. That's one thing I never ate. But I did catch a big snapping turtle when I was a kid, and I brought it home. And my dad lived on a farm. He butchered it, man. And there was like 7 different types of meat in that turtle. I've eaten muskrat. Anybody eat muskrat before? I shot a. Oh yeah, I shot a sparrow one time with my pellet gun, and my dad always taught me if you're gonna kill something, you're gonna eat it. Well, guess what? It was Thanksgiving dinner at our house. It was Thanksgiving weekend, Thanksgiving dinner. The turkey was in. My dad made me pluck the sparrow and put it in with the turkey. Okay, and before I could have any turkey, I had to eat that sparrow. Yeah, I did it live again. Yeah, I ate that sparrow. That's why I don't kill animals. If I kill something, I got to eat it. Yeah, I was just a kid with my pellet gun thinking, oh, I'll shoot a bird. I'll kill it, right? 10 years old. You know, last bird I ever shot because my dad made me eat it, and that was a good lesson, right? 'Cause who knows, it could have manifested from birds to humans. Ever try eating a reindeer? Wow, isn't a reindeer just regular deer? I've eaten deer, eaten moose, eaten bear. What else? Never eaten a raccoon, though. Never got in, or a squirrel. Never got into that. But yeah, just about all the wild game out there. Never tried beaver. I heard beaver tail's pretty good, but never tried it. That's the truth, Canada RV. If you're gonna hunt, no, I don't care if you're starving to death and you eat squirrels. In Detroit, it was so bad in 2006, I think it was, that the unemployment rate was so high. People in Detroit were shooting raccoons and squirrels in their backyard, and that's how they were feeding their families. I ate a goldfish once, yeah, at a stag and doe party. Yep, I won a prize, and in order to get the prize, I had to eat the goldfish. No problem. I've eaten raw eggs. Yep. Oh, Christmas time, reindeer for you. That you're lucky. I like deer. I like moose. I like beef. I like chicken. I like pheasant. I like wild turkey. I love geese. I like duck. Yeah, I like that. Got to cook it a special way though. Even bear. Bear meat's tough, right? But if you roast it down and put it in the crock pot with potatoes and carrots and celery, and you could turn it into a nice pot roast. Oh, I'm not going to go hungry. If it came down to it, I love my dogs. That'd be a tough one. That'd be a tough one. That'd be a tough one to get down. But they're eating dogs in Ukraine and cats, whatever they can. Gross. What, eat a dog? Yeah. But they do it in the Philippines. They do it in China. So when it comes down to it, survival, right? You're going to see people in the next 48 months go to extremes when you can't when you can't afford to eat. It's going to be crazy to see. Bear's awesome cooked right. Yeah, that's the way I cooked it. It's in a pot roast. My hunter buddy gave me a chunk of bear. He said, try it out. How do you cook it? He told me how to cook it. I cooked it that way. It was good. Sasha, you love chicken. Meat, eight steaks. Oh, and steaks. Yeah, yeah. I like my steak every week on a Sunday. But I'm gonna try this thing called no meat for the month of August, and that's coming up here a couple weeks. I'm gonna try it out. Do I think Chinese foods use me? No, 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 no dogs. No. If it is, that'll be a great secret they have. But you never know, right? You never know what you're getting in a restaurant. It's not unheard of a restaurant, especially in Toronto or New York, where it's a delicatessen to have certain things on the menu, even humans. You try the others too. Well, you know what? You never know. You never know. Like the tofu, you never know. But like I said, if I was up north and I was starving in the bush and I was lost in a plane crash or something, I'm eating. I might even eat the. I might even eat the pilot if it came down to it. I'm not gonna lie. They did that. They made a movie of that one. The soccer players, they're eating each other. Cheeseburgers, yeah, yeah, fresh fries, truck fries, yeah. Now you're talking. Where did Anasty go to like gross her out? Rib Fest. Yeah, I went down here, man. What a ripoff. What a ripoff. It was 50 bucks for a rack of ribs. I could get a rack of ribs for 15, 20 bucks. Do them. You don't remember the strain of the plants I gave you? Those were called California Mimosa. They turn purple. The movie Alive, that's it. The movie Alive where they're eating each other. Eee. Yeah, you don't want to be traveling with me on a plane. That's for sure. Because if the plane goes down, I might eat you. But I'd expect you to eat me too if I didn't survive. You'd starve before you eat another human being. Yeah. You'll probably eat your nails off your fingernails and your toenails first. Skin. People go to extremes. Hutch's Fish and Chips, a place below Burlington Skyway. Yeah, we got a place called Pat Pat and Hank's and Sir Cedric's Fish House here in Windsor. They're pretty good. You moved them, they're doing good. They're getting lots of sun then. You got to go. Okay, Gucci. Nice talking to you. I'm not going to be on here much longer myself. The wife's staying at the Caesars Casino for the next couple of days. She says, "Can I have your bank card?" I said, "Are you nuts? I don't know if I transfer you some money, but you ain't getting my bank card." I get. It looks pretty good, my bank account. Tomorrow when I look at it, I'll be like, what the fuck happened here? They say you'll eat anything if you're hungry enough. Yeah, you know what, Sasha? I believe that's true. I've been there. I've been there. I went fishing. I was the site supervisor building the future shop in Timmins, Ontario. That was my doings. And it was the biggest construction project in the town at the time, right? And so the mayor and city council, hey, Leo, how would you like to go ice fishing with us? I said, okay, let's do it. So they got this cottage out in the middle of nowhere. And we went fishing, ice fishing. Never caught a thing. Well, we're up there for 3 days. And the only thing that they had was the fish crisps that you buy. It's the batter that you put the fish in and then you fry the fish. That's all they had. I mean, you got to be joking. And a lot of beer. When we left the bush for 3 days of just drinking beer, there was no food. I was like, I was ready to buck off my own arm and start eating it. We're about 2 hours away from any fast food joint, right? True story. Yep. I built that future shop. There was the strip club was called the Tamagami Hotel in Timmins, Ontario, and a girl named Shania Twain got her big break in that hotel. And then one side of the hotel was rock and roll band, country music, whatever was going on at the time, and the other side was a strip club. And I was the guy responsible for knocking down the Tamagami Hotel and putting up the future shop in that spot, and that's what I did. That was a blast, I'll tell you. Moved a lot of dirt there. Yeah, built her to the finish stage. I was up there for about 12 months, almost just maybe a little longer than a year. But those were good days, I'll tell you. They'd fly me in for a couple weeks. I'd do what I got to do and fly me out for a week. Go home, stay with my kids and my wife, and fly me out. Kept doing it right from Windsor. I think I only drove up there twice. We're seas. Is seas the air here, or seas the day? Good to see you still kicking. Seas the day. Ah, you are here. Okay. Well, you're missing a good conversation, Seas. We're talking about starvation and what other humans will do in order to survive. I know what I'd do. And I'm not going out like that. As long as there's shit crawling, I'm eating it. If it slithers, I'm still eating it. Yep. Those things you call crickets and bugs, I'll eat them. If it came down to it and there was no food, I'm eating it. Plug your nose, get it down. Back in the 60s and 60s, people with what, rats? I can't even read it. My eyes are shut. Oh, the Welland Canal catching smelt. Now, smelt, yes, yes. If you don't know what a smelt is, that's a little bigger than a minnow, but they're pretty good. You deep fry them, the bone and all. Just buck the head off. I eat smelt raw. Used to do that at Point Peely too. I got to draw the line on crickets. No, no, no. You're missing what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm going to go out and substitute my diet with crickets and shit like that. If it came down to it and I had to eat, and I'm out in the middle of the woods because I'm in a plane crash, I'll even eat the pilot if I have to. So crickets are not no big thing. Yeah, pails of smelt, man. Yeah, they used to run. I don't know if they even still do in Lake Erie, but they would run Colchester area. We'd go down there with dip nets and just catch 5 gallon pails of them. It's the only thing I think you're a cannibal. I'm not a cannibal. I'm just telling you the way it is. I've never eaten human before. I'm not looking forward to it. But if me and Rise COVID Warrior 77 were in a plane crash and I lived and everybody died and there's no food around and it's the middle of winter, I'm eating you. I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm eating you. I'm gonna eat you like lava beans and Chianti. Now that's a cannibal. Sasha, you love smelt. My mother used to cook this. Yeah, very easy to cook. Very tasty too, smelt. If you deep fry them, bread them. not, not eat me. So I guess we're not going on a plane ride then. Hey, they're COVID. Why take a chance, right? Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I'd eat you and I'd make coffee out of your. I'd make coffee out of your crap. How did we ever get on this topic? Grow your own food. How's that sound? Hopefully, if the plane goes down, I got a pocket full of seeds. Never fly with Mel. Don't fly with me. That's why I'm getting fat. So I think the plane's going to go down, and who's ever with me could eat me. How's that sound? I'll give you the rights to eat me. I'm funny. Railroad. How's Alberta treating you? Tall, yeah. We still got to go fishing, buddy. We're going to go fishing. Now, don't worry, I won't eat you if we get lost in Lake Ontario on the boat and I go 3 or 4 or 5 days without eating. I won't eat you, buddy. Don't drown, though. Then I might have to eat you. Yeah, you never know what you're going to do when it happens. I'm not saying I'm looking forward to any of that shit. I wouldn't, that's for sure. But I'm sure they're practicing it in the Ukraine. They're eating anything. Smoky, eh? Who do you think's setting them fires, Railroad? Yeah, why are we talking about this? Let's talk about fires. Jason Rivard, you're the top G. What's G? Good guy? Gangster? Oh, yes. We're talking about survival skills 101. Make a bow and arrow and hunt. You can, yes. Andrew Tate. Who's Andrew Tate? I know that name from somewhere. Yeah, all the rain in Ontario and the fires are going on. It's a joke. Setting up snares everywhere. See? Rabbit, man. You know how I can't count how many rabbits I eaten. You have eyewitnesses. The helicopter over top the trees on the Peace River back a month or so ago. Yeah, I seen that. They're dumping the fuel on the fire, trying to control it. That's what they're saying. Eh? That's not how you control fires. Is with petrol. Don't work. What are you talking about, Paul? What are you talking about? Yeah, it seems suspicious to me, Lee, too. All the fires. Canada's been around forever, right? North America's been around forever. We've never had smoke in the air like we've seen. And even back then, they didn't have firefighters to put them out, so they just snuffed themselves out. Now they're not snuffing themselves out anymore. Predicting fires that aren't even going yet. Yeah, it's funny. Trudeau's big plan was to plant 1 billion trees. Hmm. Hmm. And his other plan was to have fresh water in all the reserves. Hmm. Still hasn't happened. 299,000 damages. It was delivery set on the 10th floor. Well, Sasha, you're in London. I'm pretty sure there was a house that got struck by lightning. I think I read it in the news by lightning, and then 12 hours later, after the fire department cleared it to be safe, the house burnt down right to the ground, and it was the cause was that lightning. You'd have to set up a perimeter line and burn into it. Yeah, I don't think I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Now that person in BC that was killed, the firefighter there last week, I wonder if it was one of the imported firefighters from Congo or the Ukraine. Remember they're bringing all those firefighters in, 2,000 of them. You know, none of them are going home, right? They're all here to stay, and not as firefighters. Yeah, you read that also, eh? That's pretty crazy, man. So many abandoned mansions here. You can't think of something. Yeah, whereabouts are you, Betty? Lake Bala, Muskoka? Ever you notice? Ever notice how many people, USA, Canada, etc., suffering allergies? Everyone's using allergy meds and carrying Kleenex. I haven't noticed these. I haven't had no problems breathing, and I don't take allergy pills. So the what? The 19-year-old female firefighter from British Columbia was the what? The death. Yeah. Was she a Canadian girl, or was she from one of the imports? Yo, what up, DeAndre? I don't know, not much longer. Why? Eh? Do I want to go to bingo? I don't play bingo. You want to play some slots? What do you need? What do you need? Some money? Yeah. I guess I'm driving, right? Are you gonna drive Uncle Leo? Why don't you drive my truck? You're about to go now? No, you guys have fun. Yeah, I don't like playing slots. Ha, Leo plays bingo. No, I don't play bingo. I play I play cards though. My son, he's 18 years old. You have to be 18 years old to play slots. So on his birthday, he went the other day and he won 400 bucks. So now he thinks he's going to win every time. I told him they got AI. They seen you coming from a mile away. And that machine, you walked up to it. They said, "Oh, look at this kid. It's his birthday. We're going to let him win. And they're going to get the hooks into him." No, I don't do the bingo thing. I was going to go watch him play slots, but yeah. No, it's too fast of a game for me, man. Yeah, he's sets a limit already. He won 400 the other night, so you hate B15. I don't get the game. I don't. I know it's there's BINGO 065. I don't know. Hopefully he wins. They give him the truck. No, they got the car outside. He can take it though if he wants. It's my son, man. It's little Leo. Little Leo. He's 6'2" and 245 pounds. It's not so little. You don't even have to ask me for the truck. You could beat me up and take it. So Hollywood's against AI. Yeah, that's a bunch of bullshit. Car bingo. You know what? I've never played it before. But the bingo halls here have the slot machines, and he knows I'm kicked out of the Caesars Windsor for life till I appeal, and I don't want to appeal it. I could care less. But he has to be 19 to go to the casino, anyways. And I'm not allowed in the casino, Amnesty. If I go to the casino, I'll be arrested on sight. Can't even go to a rock concert because I told them they're all a bunch of fucking diaper wearing motherfuckers. Security. They're ruining my show. What happened was I went to a show, a rock concert, and I drank a little more than I should. But they don't care. They'll serve you and serve you and serve you, right? And every time I went to my seat, somebody'd be sitting in my seat. So I'm not gonna, confrontation anybody. Fuck, sit in the seat. I don't give a shit. I'll find another seat. So I was sitting, and I kept moving my seats, and this broad, she was just on me. This crazy woman, right? Security guard with a diaper on her face. And she says, "Sir, that's not your seat." I said, "Yeah, whatever." 3 times later, she says, "You're getting kicked out." I said, "For what?" "Because you're not in your seat. This is the third time I told you." I said, "Oh, yeah." Somebody's always sitting in my seat. When I go to get a beer or take a piss, I come back, somebody's in my seat. Sure as shit, somebody's in my seat. So she kicks that person out of my seat. I sit down in my seat. I gotta get another beer. I go grab another beer. Somebody's in my seat. I said, "What the fuck?" Right? So I go sit somewhere else. And this crazy, I don't know. She just wanted the mouth of the South, I guess, right? Stick her claws into me. So I go, she comes up, says, "You're out of here." I said, "Let me speak to your supervisor." Supervisor comes, I explain to the supervisor. Every time I get a beer or take a piss, somebody's in my seat. So they bring me to my seat. Somebody's in my seat. So I took my ticket. And I said, "You know what? You guys ruined my show." And I threw it, and it hit her in the head. And she said, "I could charge you with assault." I said, "You guys can go suck a fucking dick. How's that sound? Through your mask. I don't care. You're out of here." No fucking shit. Out the door I went, right? Well, I got a room at the casino. So I went out the one door. I went in the other door up to my room, had some more beers. I went down to the bar, had a couple more beers, played some slots, went back to my room, went to sleep. 3 days later, I get a registered letter in the mail saying, "Hey, you're uh, you're kicked out of the casino for life, but you can appeal after 6 months." So I called the casino. "Well, I'm being kicked out." "Well, we don't have to tell you what you're being kicked out for." "Well, okay." "Well, okay." So fuck them. How's that sound? The only thing I like to play is poker, anyways. But over the years, I've spent a lot of money in that place. Before Caesars was here, there was the art gallery, and then the riverboat, and then the main casino. Caesars came, right? So they don't even have a buffet. And the sad thing is, they call themselves the International Resort. Now, if you go to the casino and you drink all night long, there's no food after 11 o'clock. All the restaurants are closed. There's not even a vending machine to get fucking a bag of chips out of. Okay. Now, I've never heard of any resort casino where you can't get any food after 11 o'clock, but they'll serve you booze till 2 o'clock in the morning, right? And their trip is if you get too drunk, they'll kick you out 6 months, right? "Oh, you got too drunk, you're kicked out of here for 6 months." Like, give me a break. Bunch of Nazis. Oh, you just joined. Talking about Caesars Windsor, the luxury resort. We're talking about all kinds of crazy things about airplane crash. What would you do if you were stuck in the middle of nowhere in an airplane crash and you were the only survivor and there was nothing to eat? Would you eat the pilot or whoever, right? Okay, bye then. Bye, Crispy. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Some crazy shit. Talking about government. Talking about what else are we talking about here? People being hacked and infiltrated. Talking about eating crickets. Talking about all kinds of shit. Yeah, take care, Railroad. You know where I'll be sometime. Okay, listen, guys, I gotta go. I might go pull some one-armed bandits with my son. Spend some time with him. That's what I'm gonna do. So, with all that being said, thanks for watching. Tune in again. I'll come back on live again, guys. So, you want to go to casino or to. I'm trying to get off this thing. Bye, Undercover. Bye, Lee. Bye, Sasha. Bye, guys. I'm just trying to get out of this. I just don't know how. There we go.